Is this supposed to be on here?
Good question.
Yeah.
If not, it's fine.
There you go.
There we go. All right, Darren, so what did you see on the final offensive possession there to be able to draw the foul?
I actually lost the ball. Like in a tie game like that, you're trying to get the last shot. And when I pulled back, I ended up looking up and seeing there was still like 4 seconds left. I thought I went late enough, but I didn't want to shoot that shot because, make or miss, they still have a lot of time or a good amount of time. I ended up losing it, and as I'm getting the ball back, Jonathan reached. So I don't know what they were arguing about. So it was clearly a foul. But after that, go up there and, I felt confident in making those free throws. So knock them down and then try to get one more stop.
You hit a few key shots late in this game. Just what is your mindset like coming down as they're sort of narrowing the gap in this one?
Especially if we're getting like a ball screen, try to get downhill. If they put 2 on me, make the right play. But some of them we had ISOs and they gave me space and they played one-on-one. And I like my chances in a lot of one-on-one situations.
You hit a couple three-pointers down the stretch there as well. How confident are you in that part of your game, the outside shooting at this stage?
Same thing. If we're gonna play one-on-one, obviously I think a lot of defenders in this league, try to give me a step, knowing that I'm trying to get downhill, and if they give me that step, I have the confidence to step back, and knowing that I have time and space to knock shots down. And my teammates have confidence in me. My coaches have confidence in me. That's why they, give me the ball in those type of situations with that type of spacing. And I go out there and just try to execute what we work on.
Can that start to work the other way, where it's easier to get downhill when you shoot as efficiently as you have been this season?
1,000%, because if it makes the defender take one, maybe even just half a step up, it allows you to hesitate. If they bite just a little bit, get downhill, and at that point, it's just make the right play. If they don't step up, you go up, you try to finish. If they collapse, you kick it out, and you just try to make the right play at that point.
I think it was Dylan's 5th game back from his injury. What does he give you guys off the bench, and just what have your initial thoughts been of him to this point of the season?
He's been extremely dynamic. Just, you don't see that many rookie guards being able to get downhill, and not only get downhill like that, but being able to finish amongst the trees. You don't play against that type of size in college or in high school, night in and night out. And I think he's doing it at a high level, especially for someone that young, but he's continuing to get better game after game. He's been great for us since he's been back.
Aaron, what is it about this building? The last couple of years, you've hit some huge shots. You hit that half-court shot a couple of years ago as a member of the Kings. What is it about this place?
For some reason, we have a lead, and we just haven't been able to keep the lead. But, this is a good team. Ever since I've been in the league, for the most part, they've been a playoff team. And then, obviously, now with the young group that they have, they make every game competitive regardless who's out there. Obviously, Paolo being out and Jace coming in and just making an impact on the game, and Franz, he's continued to develop year in and year out. Same with Jalen, same with Anthony. Like they have a team that's extremely talented, and they're getting better every year. But just having close games, I feel like that's what I've worked for. I feel like I'm built for those type of moments, and just making big shots has been something that I've done throughout the last couple of years of my career, and we don't really see it slowing down.
Fox, the leadership. Talk a little bit about continuing to help lead this ball club and lead by example.
Yeah, especially knowing that we have guys out, we know that we have to have guys that step up. I know I have to play better. Everybody in our locker room knows that they have to step up when you have someone like Vic out and someone like Steph out. And for me, it's just try to lead with my voice. I've played a few more years than some of these guys, but they all listen. I think everybody goes out there knowing that we're going to make mistakes. We're all going to make mistakes, but do it playing hard, do it playing the right way, and then we live with those mistakes. If you're making mistakes going 100 miles per hour, doing what the coaching staff is preaching, that's okay. We just can't have the bad mental lapses of things that some things that we deem as unacceptable going throughout the game. So I think our coaching staff, one, empowers everybody, regardless of who's out there. And then two, just for me trying to lead by example, lead with my voice, and we're scrapping out wins right now.
Do you learn something about your team when you have to kind of empty the gas tank like this off a tough turnaround and come out with a win?
Definitely. This is a game that you can look back at the end of the year, especially in this conference. You could be the 3rd seed, or you could be the 8th seed. You know, it could be 3, 4, maybe 5 games separates the teams, and it's games like this where you come back at the end of the year and you're like, you know, could we have won this game? Could we have beat this team? And Orlando's playing extremely well. You know, won 9 out of their last 11. But we come in this building, we're a majority of the game, and then they end up tying the game at the end. And you're like, wow, we could have, you know, we were up, I think, like between like 8 and 15 throughout the entire game, and we couldn't get to 20, and they weren't, but we also weren't giving up the lead. So these are the type of games that you look at, and we call them mature wins, because we could have easily came in here second night of a back-to-back, you know, getting in at 4 a.m. and just lost this game. But it definitely shows how resilient this team is, and you know, we're continuing to build and trying to move forward.
From getting in at 4 a.m., what was your process through the day today to be ready to go?
Sleep. Sleep. Try to eat something and sleep. That's what my day looked like. Because whenever you have back-to-backs, it's pretty abnormal to get in that late. Obviously, and then losing an hour coming from Central Time. But like I said, there's no excuses. There are teams in this league that have to go through that, and it's a pretty normal occurrence. Every team goes through it.
Darren, can you speak a little bit to Luke and how his impact is kind of being on the stat sheet every night?
Yeah, I mean, Luke, especially, I mean, even when he was in Boston, you know, the way that he plays, he comes out, he does the right things night in and night out, play after play, and he contributes to the game, you know, not only in the box score. You know, sometimes he's just boxing out, and we preach, especially when it's a big guy. You know, you might not be the guy that get the rebound, but just make sure he doesn't get the rebound. He goes up, he gets verticalities. You know, those aren't blocks, but you're changing shots at the rim. He screens, he rolls, he offensive rebounds, he taps balls, he gets his hand on the ball all the time. He affects the game on both ends of the court, you know, and it's not just scoring or blocking shots or rebounding.
Fox, when Wemby's not on the floor, is the pace faster, or do you guys play the same way?
No, I mean, we try to play the same way. You know, when he's on the floor, when he's off the floor, we want to play with pace, because that gives not only him but other guys easy baskets. And in this league, if you have to play in the half court every single possession, you can have the greatest players ever to play this game. Your offense isn't going to be as well as whenever you're getting out in transition, seeing those easy baskets go in. So we try to generate those type of baskets, knowing that whenever we get in the half court, when he's on the court, obviously that's a guy that you can go to. But when he's off the court, it makes it easier for everybody else as well.
Thank you, Darren.
Yep.
Thank you.
That's it for in here, guys. If you don't need